It has been off, Mr. Dino. I've been having a coughing fit or something. Sorry, my bad. I just thought I'd start playing, and whenever I have a voice, I would get around to it. How about that song like 2 songs ago? That felt like Castlevania to me. Mr. Dino, I see you called it Dracula's iPod playlist. I was literally sitting here thinking, man, that's got to be like, it felt like it was straight out of Symphony of the Night. I mean, maybe not that game exactly, but I felt like that's where it came from. I should probably tell you, just to explain things before I get into the sponsor news, which Jay has kind of done for me, thank you. And Shady as well, thank you. But this is random free music that YouTube won't slam the channel for. So that's pretty much all it is. I have no idea what this music is, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say that. It just kind of is what it is. And if it gets to be awful, I'll get rid of it and go back with something I know and like. Anyway. If I can get through this, I feel like I might have... I don't know, it's like I got a tickle in my throat right now, aside from just a dull, constant soreness, pain, etc. that's been there for a while. You know, you just get the tickle and it's... You just start coughing and you can't get rid of that thing. Anyway. I suspect tomorrow is either going to be like full-blown cold or I'm just going to be totally wiped out. I'm not sure which it's going to be. Anyway, sponsor news. While I still have some energy. Jay, Shady, you have shared the sponsor news. We have 3 new emoji ready to go. So we got the cat clops, the cat moth, and the cat spider crab. They are all rocking and rolling, locked and loaded, ready to take over the YouTubes. I don't know what's going to be next. I kind of... Maybe I shouldn't have used those, but I thought they were appropriate in that those who don't watch the channel, it would make no sense. And those who do would get it instantly. So that's how I'm opting to go right now. Ah, ropers. Shady, technically that's only a 5-headed Hydra. The 5-headed Hydras are not... They're not that challenging. So, kind of not a big deal on them. Dang it, I meant to go this way apparently. The 5-headed is the biggest Hydra I've run into at this point, so I haven't run into anything in terms of Hydras more challenging than that, but we shall see. Still not at the point where I'm finding stat gain potions, so that's a while to go still. Actually, sure. Jiva, thank you. I'm working on it. TLC Gaming, how's it going? Welcome on in. Mr. Dino, exactly. It's all just a bunch of inside jokes, inside things. Jay, that sounds pretty intense just to get rid of the tickle. But then you at least, well, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, there you go. This character's kind of weird right now. I should probably tell you why it says... let's see if I can bring my mouse cursor over here just to illuminate. Icky Wield. Icky wield is kind of a weird thing that I'd never run into before until I started playing this particular band. Icky wield means that I'm playing a ninja. Well, it doesn't mean I'm playing a ninja. It means I'm dual wielding with a weapon that is not one that my character likes to use. So technically I'm using the Spear of Hagen, or the Spear of Hagen, which is a unique one and grants all sorts of cool bonuses. But ninja don't use spears, so it gives me a huge penalty to hit with it. But I'm hoping I can just power through it, because that combined with a ring I found gives me plus 12 speed, which means I take an extra turn compared to standard creatures, or puts me at least on an even playing field with ones that are more challenging. TLC, what's the highest day I can survive in 7 days to die? That's a good question. I'm not sure what the highest level I've played is, but I mean, you're going to be a monster, aren't you? I mean, I've played up into the 40s, but I always end up starting a new game before I get too much farther than that, because I find that once I hit around, I don't know, day 40-ish, often much sooner than that these days, but definitely by the time I hit day 40, I'm kind of like, I've done everything. And I mean, the horde does get stronger and all that. Oh, I've already been down that one. But it's not like it gets to the point where it really becomes super challenging, so I usually just start a new game, TLC. That's often what happens. I mean, I won't be surprised if that's kind of what happens with this current game that's going on right now. I mean, granted, this one's going to take a little longer to get up and going. It might actually make it all the way until Alpha 17 or so. Mr. Dino, I want to say I did 2 Walking Dead modes in that alpha. Did I only do 1? I haven't done one of those in a while. Those are fun. I like doing those. I should do another one. I feel like those have an interesting pace to them that really kind of allows a kind of, I don't know, natural story to be told compared to some of the other stuff. I mean, I guess I could do a Walking Dead mode within a mod too. Nothing says I can't, but oh, look at you. You dropped 2 rings. Wow. I don't even have room for another ring. Ah, that's why I remember now. I was supposed to go back upstairs and get rid of stuff. Atashu, you've only made it to level 12. Atashu, which variant have you been playing? Have you been playing FrogComposband, or have you been playing Angband? Which one have you been playing? There was only one Mr. Dino? Okay. Ah, okay, yes. I recall that one. That was a nasty landmine. That landmine taught me never to run around in the wasteland. Clone Wars, welcome on in. Clone Wars, is your name coming from Star Wars? Help me out here. Like Star Wars, as in maybe the cartoon, that sort of thing? What are we talking about here? Episode whatever that doesn't exist? I mean, what are we talking about? Ooh, a werewolf. Look at that. That's exciting. A dwarf weaponsmith. Ah, Tashu. I have... This is literally... I guess I've played 2 characters at this point in FrogComposband. And this is the second one. A vampiric something or other. I cannot even pretend to pronounce that. I need to let you burn a turn. There we go. I will say I've had pretty good luck thus far with my ninja, but my first character got rather unceremoniously smashed pretty quickly. It happens. These are tough games. This one might be a little more forgiving than others. Shady was kind of talking about taking down Hydras early on. I don't remember how Hydras compare in standard Angband. If like a 5-headed Hydra is super challenging in that one, or a, you know, 2 or 3-headed, what have you. Clone Wars, yes. From Star Wars, nice. I'm right with you there. Clone Wars, I'm gonna ask a question that's just for you and no one else. But bear with me a moment. I'm gonna need a moment here. From the Clone Wars TV show. Okay, cool. All right, Clone Wars. Does this... you can't really see that, can you? Let me try this a better way. Does that game look at all familiar to you? It's hard to find the exact direction I'm supposed to place things. Wow, that's insane. Does that game look at all familiar to you? Because if it does, then you're probably, potentially, possibly just as hopelessly addicted as I am. And if that game does look familiar, tell me, do you use the clones? I don't think anyone else here plays that one. I've asked that many times over the years, and no one seems to play that one. This music is weird. It's really hitting a broad variety of stuff, but not necessarily in a bad way. Oh, I don't remember the edit, Mr. Dino. I might have to go back and look at that one. Mr. Dino, I can barely see the icon. Ah, you're playing on the PS4, TLC. The PS4 version has... I'm kind of with you, Mr. Dino. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm just done with this stuff. And I just need to switch it out to something else, because I don't know how much longer I can handle this. Does the PS4 one have random gen? I want to say it does, right? But you're doing a Novice Gone game? Novice Gone is fun to play with just because you kind of have a limited area to pull from it. It kind of makes you play a little differently than if you're playing in random gen. I generally prefer random gen, but I don't know. Novice Gone's pretty cool. Where do you have your base set up, TLC? Where do you call home? The game, Mr. Dino, on the phone is not just Clone Wars. It's more generic Star Wars, just to be clear. But it does have... did I not pick that up? Oh, it overflowed last time. Got it. But it does happen to have a bunch of clones in the game. But no, it is not specific to that. Ooh, now we're into Final Fantasy music. Ah, okay, yes. Well, I I suppose it could be for everyone else, too. It's just every time I've ever asked, no one is actually playing that. So it's kind of like, you know. Let me see if I can find something that isn't hideous, because, man, I'm just kind of at a loss here. Oh, this better not do something dumb. I'm going to be really upset if it does. I've got to figure this one out now. Nope, don't do that. We've been there. No need to go there, buddy. Oh, man, where do we go? We'll go with right here for now. How about that? Dan, I saw you come in. I'm busy playing with other things at the moment. But I think I'm awake again. We shall see. Apparently I need to fix my stuff again. It's all good. Oh well. It happens. This should be a little easier to handle for me. It might be super quiet now. I don't even know. I've had to adjust so many things to try and make this work. Holy cow, man. There we go. Some real instrumentation. I have nothing against 8-bit music, but I like real instruments because... Let me rephrase that. I like instruments with strings and things on them. And actual drum heads. Oh man, I haven't listened to this album in forever. Southwest near a mine, you found a mine and found a rock house inside a trench. So in horde mode, the zombies fall, but the dogs find a way to you. TLC, wow. That's, that's a pretty good way to go. I mean, I'm the weird guy that likes the hordes and looks forward to fighting them and will just run out into the street to face them down. But it sounds like you found a pretty good setup that works well for you. That's awesome. That's really cool. Mr. Dino, you're not using a cheat sheet, but you're still got it rocking? Dude, way to go. I think I told you that you're not going to have any problem doing this. Now, granted, I'm not keeping track of them, so you could. I'm just saying, theoretically, you could repeat one, and I'm not sure anyone would know except for you. And even then, depending on how long it takes, you might not even realize that happened. I suppose that's possible. Extra shots, velocity, and might. Man, I got 3 bows to choose from. This is kind of obnoxious. Pianos do have strings, just as Shady said. I like that. I think what I was trying to say is I prefer my music to be made off of the actual instrument being played in the moment versus a sample of said instrument. Because you can do some really cool stuff with keyboard and samples of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against that in general, but my preference is to do things the old-fashioned way. And that probably comes out of playing drums and guitar and that sort of stuff. So I like to actually... I like the idea... I like to play music with others and kind of share in that moment of creating something together where you can only play one, maybe 2 or I guess, maybe 3 instruments at a time because, you know, you only have so many hands, and that's typically if you're playing like bass and guitar, or bass and keyboard, rather. You're not doing both at the same time unless you're like Geddy Lee, or if you're, oh, what's his face? Tony McAlpine, but he plays guitar and keyboard. So, Tony McAlpine, by the way, if you don't know Tony, holy cow, Tony is awesome. That guy's crazy. Heck of a player, though. Holy cow. I'm just going to drop the food here, just because. And then we're going to grab all this stuff and go. Let's recall. TLC, you cannot survive in the area where the sky is green. It will kill you. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just going to kill you flat out. It doesn't do it right away, but it is just going to kill you. There's nothing you can do about that. Unless things have changed immensely, that's the way it rolls. Bagpipes, good stuff. How about Uillean pipes? Bob Ross. Dan, Bob Ross, Tony McAlpine, they're kind of the same thing, only completely different. So, yeah, they're really close, but they're totally different. Man, that's a lot of different numbers right there. Holy crap. Let's only look at this one. So 3956. 1.46 shots. I still don't have the bow all that good to go. So this one gives extra strength, which presumably will give extra damage here, so that kind of works in that favor. 4145, that is quite a bit less. Shots quite a bit less. Multipliers much larger. Wow, that gave a pretty significant bump on. I think I'm going to go with the bow of might. That's giving a significant damage bump on the melee stuff, which is really my bread and butter. That's how we're going to go. That's what we're going to do. I'm okay with that. Greg Howe. Shady Greg Howe. Why is that name ringing a bell with me? I can't place the name, but that name is ringing a bell. Mr. Dino, you're not familiar with the Uillean pipes? Look up... Oh, shoot, what's his name? His name just fell out of my head. Mr. Dino, look up the band Nightwish. I can't think of his name right now. I feel terrible. I can't think of his name. British guy, long hair. He plays a ton of instruments. The guy is just insane. But he plays the Uillean pipes. It's not a super popular instrument, but it's a pretty cool one. It has a unique sound. It kind of sounds, in some respects, it kind of sounds like a keyboard, which is kind of weird. In fact, I didn't even realize it right away. First time I heard it, I thought it was a keyboard, but nope. It's a dude playing an instrument that's pretty similar to bagpipes, only different. Kind of like Tomato Tomato. Midnight Pearl, welcome on in. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. TLC, the PC version is going to get a lot of stuff before the the console one will, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the console one is at the console one is at the same version for both the PlayStation and the Xbox. I could be wrong on that, but the PC one is definitely ahead, and that will continue to be the case in all likelihood. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff coming in the near future for the PC one. Whenever Alpha 17 gets released, that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and dump these rings now. I think I'm ready to roll with just speed. Maybe I shouldn't, but oh well. I'm not going to worry about it. Fireball. Oh, let's identify it. I need to know how much damage it does. 74. A little less than Ice Ball. Ellen Holdsworth could blow away Tony McAlpine and Greg Howe combined. Shady? I believe I have met a fan of music. Mr. Dino, yeah, I mean, it is kind of, I'm gonna say it is a bagpipe. It's just, it's played differently. Because it works differently. But I can't, like I said, I can't think of his name in Nightwish, but, dude's really good. I'm drawing such a blank. Midnight Pearl, I'm okay right now. I mean, honestly, I'm struggling a little, but I'm okay. Why do I still have a Thieves book? Oh, because you won't buy them, that's why. I just now realized that. I've been running around with that book and shouldn't have been. Nope, I don't want to sell you those, but I will buy some rations. I don't know who to sell that to. Where's the Thieves Guild in this place? There you are. I don't even know if you'll buy the books. You may not. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, Bandit. I'm going to drop off one of these wands right now. I don't really use these much, but when I need to, they are handy. Actually, let's compare. 68, 74. Let's drop... I'm going to drop the Acid Ball for the time being, or we're going to roll with Fireball, because fire... And then we'll stick with Frostball and Chaos Strike, because Chaos Strike is fun. Chaos Strike totally screws with everything it hits. It's awesome. Midnight Pearl, I'm working on drinking good stuff and eating good stuff and chomping on zinc and all that stuff to try and stay healthy. Don't really want to get sick. That's no fun. There we go. We'll zoom in on the cat a little bit. I mean, if I get sick, I get sick. Like I said, I feel like I'm knocking on the door right now. My throat has been bothering me all day. Not just the tickle from earlier, but just period. It's just been hurting all day. But, you know, it is what it is. If I need to take a day off on Thursday, I'll take a day off. It's not a big deal. I try to tell myself it's okay to take a day off, even though I know it... Oh, wow. How about that? In some respects, is not actually a good idea. Got to take care of yourself first, right? So, no big deal. I'm just going to think positively and say that until otherwise, I'm going to say that I'm fine. Till proven otherwise, maybe I should say. Ooh, a Gorgon. That's not going to be a good thing. I forgot to use that. There we go. Got to turn my quick walk power on. I'm really terrible about that. I always forget to use it. Jay, you tried playing Angband yesterday, and your bow got stolen by a thief? I didn't even know your bow could get stolen. They'll steal your money all the time, but I don't think I've ever had a bow get stolen. That's kind of weird. Mr. Dino? I think that would be awesome. Go find someone that teaches some bagpipes and have at it, you know? Learn how to play some pipes. Provide me with some music. That'd be great. Thank you. Shady, I do work a regular job. I actually was not at work yesterday. Made it to work today. And unless things go really sideways, I should make it to work tomorrow. Thankfully, not many people are around right now. Or at least weren't today, so... I don't know, one of my coworkers was really sick last week, and I was kind of wondering if I was going to get hit with something, and figure if I would, it'd be around now, so we'll see. TLC, thank you. I'm working on it. Thank you, though. Loco, my tacos. How's it going? You know what sounds good right now? A taco. I mean, it is Tuesday after all. I am drinking down so much water. I'm gonna need to go refill my gigantic bottle here soon, I think. Dan, I'm trying not to. Mr. Dino, what's that? Oh, the donkeys are not friendly, by the way. That's what these are. I realize I'm a terrible host when it comes to this game. There's just so much to explain. I don't even know where to begin. So, I'm just playing. Honestly, this is just more about hanging out than it is about anything else, so there you go. Oh, that druid is going to be a problem. Snagga, 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 warlock. Dark elven warlock, those will be fine. Actually, no, that druid will not be an issue. The basilisk is the only problem. Okay, let's go around the other side to get rid of the druid before he wakes everything else up. I don't know if there's a plague going around, Loco. There might be. Shady, you get people that'll come in no matter how bad they are. You think they made a deal with the virus to go easy on them if they spread it to more hosts? Oh, man. That is at once hilarious and an incredibly disturbing thought. Like, seriously, that's a hilarious thought, but it's also really frightening to think of that actually being the case. Gonna try not to die right now, Dan. In the game. There we go. Got rid of the basilisk. I wasn't sure how that would go. Basilisks are not friendly. In case it's not obvious. These orcs, for the most part, are pretty easy pickings, though. Ah, Azog, king of the Uruk-hai. I may have spoken too quickly. I need to figure out your timing. Okay, you hit like a ton of bricks. So let's change the fight a little. What are you down there? Okay, get rid of the flea. Let's just melt stuff. If it's not ready to deal with it, it's going to melt. That's what I thought. Nope, I need to relocate you. Oh, here, let's... Oh, crap, you are calling for help. That's not good. That means you're going to summon people. Let's use this handy-dandy wand of vampirism. Oh, that is just marvelous. Because then I can use my stealth to backstab them. There we go. Mr. Dino, symptoms don't become outwardly obvious until you're already getting over said sickness and you're physically starting to feel better. That kind of depends. I mean, maybe. I mean, sometimes I think that is the case, yes. Sometimes I think that is the case. But other times, I mean, you're just... It's kind of that day one and... It's kind of settling in. It's like a cat. It's making itself comfortable and it's getting ready to settle in. You just never know. I kind of had a day last week, like a really low-grade version of this. Oh, quaff that. Drink that potion. You feel very self-confident. There you go. That was a charisma boost right there. Permanent change to add +1 to charisma. We are officially at stat gain. I didn't think we were at the depth. I think that's an out of... Well, it is only charisma, but... I still think that might be an out-of-depth find right there. I'm not going to argue with it, though. Ring of Wizardry. That'll sell for a good chunk. I keep buying stuff in the hopes that I'll find something good or grabbing stuff to sell in the hopes I find something good to buy, but it hasn't worked out yet. Well, sort of. I did buy something that... I don't remember what I bought. I bought something. Oh, that Ring of Elemental. That's a solid ring right now. This one, let me find it. Where are you? Resist acid, electricity, fire, and cold. The only thing it's missing is poison. And then it covers all the basics, which is pretty awesome. There are no wolves. Sorry, TLC, I'm coming back. I got a little sidetracked. There are no wolves on the PS4 7 Days to Die. You're lucky. They're a pain. Although, on the other hand, they can be really convenient because they'll just go from zombie to zombie trashing them and you can kind of pick them off and get free food. Works out pretty well. Sore throat with tonsils? No good. Yep, right there with you guys. Shady, this is not it for the Orc Cave. I don't know how deep this one goes. I was kind of wondering that at 1500, but it'll say like max depth when I get down to this particular dungeon's maximum depth. So, we'll see. I imagine it's getting pretty close though, but I'll go into it a little more in a minute. But I'll show you the current setup on resist and all that, and I think you'll understand where I'm coming from with some things. Loco, that would be the strangest rumor I've heard today. Like, seriously. Jay, do you mean nose hairs? They have trimmers for that. You just, Put it up your nose and it zips it around, and there you go. A little late for it, but hey, whatever. There you go. Dan. There will always be more cats, my friend. Just enjoy the time you had with the ones you did. Canker sore on tonsils. Oh. Polyps. Yeah, Jay, polyps sounds right. Loco, yeah, I mean, that is definitely about as conspiratorial as it gets. And I'm sure you could... Oh, pole axe of animated attack. I don't recall ever seeing one of those before. It's okay. Let's just go ahead and destroy that wall there. Shady, I said I was going to show you where I'm at right now. So here are the main resists, right? Hello, cough. So, if I can bring my mouse cursor back for a moment and use that to illustrate where we're at here. This weapon right here allows me to do cold and dark. See invisible is really kind of the big thing that I didn't initially have. I found a helm that has it, thankfully. But I was missing cold for the longest while. So I didn't really have... I didn't even have the basics covered. And then I didn't have see invisible for the longest time. So it was like, my goodness. And then free action. I mean, technically the character has each of these, but I think see invisible just clicked with level 30, so I didn't have it before then. And free action at only one level, you know. You need multiples when you start dealing with stuff, so I really was not in a place where I could really look at diving. Oh, holy cow. Let's zap you and move a little bit. That works for me. Oh, hi. You want to come play? Cool. The mucous membrane. I like the sound of polyps. I'm going to go with polyps. That works for me. Dan, you were right the first time. Yeah, canker sore. Those are fun. Loco, you like the music? Awesome. This is Neurotech. Same stuff I was playing, well, different album probably. Same band I was playing when I played this, I don't know, last week or whenever that was. Neurotech was a one-man band. He doesn't play anymore. He doesn't do anything anymore, which is a shame. But, well, let me rephrase that. He doesn't do anything under the Neurotech name anymore. I don't know if he's still making music. Hope he is, because talented dude. Cord armor. Yeah. I kind of want to go check that out before diving down to 1600. Jay, you're just a guy without tonsils? You might be a guy without tonsils, but you're also a guy who sees faces and everything and has helped directly provide... Oh, crap. Is that a... What is that? Okay, that one's fine. It's helped provide some new emoji for the sponsors. Whether you knew it or not. I thought might be a fun surprise. Midnight Pearl, you still have your tonsils? I feel like we need to have, like, tonsil club or something, and no tonsil club. This is most of the level. I feel like I'm pretty much done with it. Tonsil Club. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, Tonsil Club and non-Tonsil Club. They get along perfectly. They're just slightly, you know, slightly different. It's kind of like Bob Ross and Tony McAlpine. They're basically the same, only slightly different. Jay, you've seen at least 20 faces. It's funny, you know. I can see the faces better, like when I zoom out a little bit like this. Like, part of me sees this right here. This piece on the left is kind of like a scorpion with a big laser for a stinger or something. And maybe this is like a big lobster right here with the big claw going out this way and a big claw coming out this way. I don't know. I mean, you can kind of see all sorts of stuff. TLC, that is insane. That is like, wow. Your friend really trolled you hard on that. Were any of the green feral... The glowing green ones, were any of them... All right. I think things are back. I don't know what that was, but OBS died, apparently. I don't know what I missed and what I didn't, so... I'm just going to keep on rolling and say no. Weather was fine here, but Loco, you had a tornado? That sounds pretty intense. There we go. Ooh, metallic blue potions. Let's use that. Let's use that. Mr. Dino, you missed. You went for Q and instead you got H. How'd that happen? TLC, I was saying, I don't know if I got it before everything died, but it sounded like your friends trolled you pretty hard. Were any of your glowing zombie friends, were any of them the law enforcement guys? Because those were the worst to deal with. Mr. Dino, you pressed P like you planned, even though you said you were going to press Q and you got H. I see. I see. I need to borrow Jay's thinking emoji here. Here, let me see if I can get the cat to think about it. Cat's not sure about that one. You pressed L, I see. Again. I think the cat is confused. If your goal was to confuse the cat, like the old Monty Python sketch, you might be successful. I don't fear carrion crawlers. You cannot paralyze me. Man, I can't even think of the word. Nope, Mind Flayer, you need to die. We don't have time to deal with you. Jay, you do like your thinking emoji. I've noticed that. Normal green feral that run in the day and night, huh? Well, you might have gotten lucky then that they weren't any of the Leos. Man, those guys are a pain. Super strong, and then it can be a pain to do enough damage to them so that they explode. So that you explode them rather than so that they explode. Man, I'm struggling with words right now. And I just got my intelligence raked, I think. Unless that happened earlier. You feel there is something special about this level. Well, heck, we gotta stick around and find out what that is then. I've never explained the feelings of levels, but for those of you who don't regularly play this game, right there at the very top, you feel there's something special about this level. That means... it means any of a possible number of things, but it also means don't leave the level until you figure out why. Loco, no tornado. Yeah, I was trying to ask you about that, I think, when everything died. You said you had tornadoes yesterday, or a tornado, rather. That is why, potentially, the message. Oh, be a good cloak. The Cloak of Mary. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I used to know a bunch of these things, but there are so many new ones that there is no possible way for me to know these ones. No, weather was pretty decent yesterday. Today it's a little rainy, but it's not too bad. It's okay. We've had a lot of rain lately in Southern California, but well, we can use it, so, you know, no complaints. Any tips on how to kill the alien feral types and hornets? Okay. Jay, were there any good old days of MSN? I thought MSN was terrible, but maybe that's just me. Or at least I thought that was the general perception of MSN. TLC, I'll come back to that question in just a second. Yes. Dan, have a good evening. It was good to see you again, sir. Mr. Dino, yeah. New England, East Coast, etc. has had some pretty rough stuff lately. I won't complain about a little bit of rain when you guys are getting blizzards and stuff, and then apparently down south is getting tornadoes. I wonder if James is seeing any of that. He's not exactly in the south, but kind of in that area. TLC, if you want to know how to kill those zombies, the running feral ones, the ones that see, it starts to get so confusing. The ones that look funny, okay? We'll just go with that. They used to be called feral, and they might still be called feral. Like, when you kill it and look at the corpse, it'll just say, like, feral zombie, even though you can have other kinds of feral zombies. Just don't worry about that for the moment. The secret to those guys is pretty much the same as the secret to everyone else. Headshots. Now, I would argue that headshots on a console are not as easy as headshots on PC, but then again, I am known to have terrible aim on consoles, so you might think that headshots are easy. So, on the off chance you don't find headshots to be easy and you want another way to deal with those guys, here's perhaps one of the most excessive ways I can think to deal with them. And it just requires carrying some barbed wire on hand. Assuming you can make barbed wire. The one that looks like a big, like a small fence of barbed wire. You know, kind of has the wood and then the wire on it. It costs wood and scrap to make. Carry those with you. Run away from the feral zombie. You will run faster than it, so don't worry too much. Turn around, drop that barbed wire, or turn and drop it as you're running. Just don't run into it. And then run the zombie around until it hits the barbed wire. As soon as it does, it's going to slow down into just totally slow motion, at which point you can kind of just take your time and plink away with bow, arrow, crossbow, etc. It's nice and easy. Done. Problem solved. Shady, it was cloudy in the OC. You're looking at rain on Thursday. You're a little south of me then. Midnight Pearl, you're in Australia. You don't get a whole lot of drastic weather? Wow. I suppose that's, you know, that might be a kind of good thing. Not having to worry so much about, you know, what sort of crazy weather you're going to get. I mean, in fairness, we don't get a whole lot here in Southern California either. But there is a certain comfort in not really having to worry about that, I must admit. Although, we do get earthquakes, so there's that. Shady, you're potentially in earthquake land as well. A lava golem. That sounds like something that will not like a frost ball. So let's give you a frost ball, and then we'll just hit you with arrows until you die, because I don't want to get near you. That just seems like a bad idea. I'm already going to be getting near a bunch of fire trolls, I think. And these are a big enough pain burning up things. Ooh, look at that. One of them dropped a chest. If you don't see the chest, don't worry. It's right there, directly below me, and it has an alarm on it. Earthquakes, fires, and mudslides. Shady, man, tell me about it. I mean, you're in Southern California. You know what fires are like. I didn't even mention fires. I mean, we get earthquakes, but we get fires too, yeah. It's crazy. TLC, Hornets, I didn't get around to answering the second half of your question. The other half of your question, how to deal with hornets. Hornets and vultures, I don't know if you have vultures yet. You might not, you may or may not have vultures yet. I find I deal with them pretty much the same way. And that is to just let them come at you and shoot them when they get near you. But make sure that you make them come at you in a straight line, so they're coming straight to you. So they're just kind of coming in just like that. And then you can just plink away and, you know, hit them with whatever, really. You can hit them with a club if you like using clubs, or machete or knife or whatever. The key, though, is to make sure they're approaching you head on. That... Did I pick up some arrows at some point? I sure did. One of those... Okay. I know what happened now. There was an extra stack, and I didn't realize it. But yeah, once those guys are coming at you head on, it's pretty easy to deal with them. It's just a matter of timing. I mean, honestly, most things in that game, if you can make it come at you straight on, you're going to be able to take it out. That's the truth. I need to use my bow more. Trying to be better about that. Mr. Dino, do you mean when was it relevant in terms of literally when was it popular, or when was it relevant in terms of on a personal level? Midnight Pearl, it sounds like you get a lot of the stuff that we get in SoCal. I mean, that's basically what Shady was just saying and kind of what I was saying for my area too. It's the same sort of thing. So today I've learned that Australia and Southern California are basically the same. I will say we don't have as many murderous animals, though. Or murderous creatures. I think I'm pretty correct to say that. I feel like Australia either is or just gets a bad rap as being full of murderous creatures. And that's without even joking about drop bears and that sort of stuff. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, maybe that's just what people think and it's... Oh, wow. Has no basis in reality. A multi-hued centipede. I don't know that I've ever faced one of these. Let's zap it with the vampire wand. That wand is handy. I might want to keep that one. Here. You need to go away. That capital R right there is a T-Rex, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Look at that. Tyrannosaurus. Boots of free action. That would have been handy a while ago. Oh! A file of Galadriel. That could actually be something super awesome, but will probably be useless for this character. In all likelihood. Because lights are bad for this character. Believe it or not. You don't want lights. When it was relative in terms of popularity, man, Mr. Dino, when was that? I don't even remember. Would that have been like 98, 99? Is that about right? Shady, there's a winery in Temecula that grows an Australian breed of grapes for the wine. Ah, I wouldn't mind trying the grapes just to try the grapes. Have you tried that wine before, Shady? I'd be curious to know what it's like. I mean, I don't really drink wine, and when I say I don't really drink wine, I mean I don't drink wine at all. But just the same, I'd be kind of curious to know what that's like, if you do, and if you've tried that. Like how it would be different, you know? I don't know, that sounds kind of cool. Oh, look at that. Another unique. Anytime you see the word special next to an item, kind of gets my heart pumping. Oath Rod. All right, so we have a unique monster, or a unique... my goodness. A unique whatever he is. The cloak burned up. That means it was not a cloak worth playing with. All right. The orc captain went away. That's a good thing. Ooh, crap. Okay, we need to move here. Gonna opt to do it the old crap fashion way. Nope, now it's time to move. Where is my absconding? There we go. I need to see, where am I now? There we go. That did not go the way I wanted that to go. Where is that at now? Where was that? I think that was up on that side. I don't know. I'd like to get back over there, but this might not happen. He's just going to summon orcs like crazy, and I can't do anything about that. Oh, hi. I'm not at all busy. Thank you. Do open the door. Why don't you? Tornadoes in a lot of places, apparently, huh? Loco, I'm kind of with you. I don't really hear about tornadoes in other places too much. Midnight Pearl, you don't have bears that'll kill you, but you do have kangaroos and poisonous snakes. I have seen video of kangaroos fighting people, and it looks intense. Holy crap. Remind me never to anger a kangaroo. Mr. Dino, a technicality, but yes, venomous. Just the same. You have bird-eating spiders in Queensland. Midnight Pearl, that sounds terrible. Spiders should not be large enough to eat birds. I mean, at that point, you're kind of getting into spider crab territory. Or cat spider crab. I wonder if I can even get to this guy. Where are you, Orthrod? Or whatever your name is. Let me see if I can find out where he is. And whether this is going to happen. I think I'm not even in the right place. Oh, nope, there he is. Orthrod, Lord of the Orcs. I mean, all sorts of cool stuff has dropped, but... I'm dropping a little extra darkness right now because I'd like to remain... as hidden as possible. Ah. Jerk face. I can kill your kin all day long. But you can summon them all day long. I think that wins, technically. Question I have is, I cannot damage you. Alright, I need to just leave you be. I have learned as much today. Holy cow. That did not go the way that was supposed to go. Leather boots unidentified. Chainmail, I don't think I care about that. The rest of the stuff was all junk. Amulet, that could be decent. I'll just try. Can I do that? You resist that. Well, that's great. Resist that one. That's what I thought. Teleport him away so I can get rid of his friends over here. I cannot do enough damage to that guy right now. I probably need to switch weapons out. But then I lose some speed, so it's like... The Beaked Axe of Theoden. Barbarian Talisman. Guess I won't worry about that. Oh. Oh, and there's the sneezing. Hooray. Let's let the sneezing start to kick in. That sounds like a good time. Oh, yeah, I need to drop that stupid book. There you go. I'm going to say we're good. And just deal with this. It gets so much easier when you get to the point where you can just ignore a lot of the drops. Do black widows eat birds? They don't get that big. I mean, maybe like a hummingbird or something. Mr. Dino, do you think, honest question, do you think we will get to the point where we can legitimately clone not just dinosaurs, but deceased, extinct, etc. creatures? Nope, don't sell that one. Oh man, that glaive is a defender. I would like a defender right now. But I'm going to stick with what I have, I think. Shady? No, I don't take antihistamines or steroid spray. Do not. Just out of curiosity, what does that do? Okay, so just that one. I knew that was going to be a waste of money. +3 to wisdom and con, slays dragon, slow digestion, blessed. Telepathy, can activate for vampirism. It's pretty awesome. Telepathy is fun. I don't have telepathy, but I do have something similar right now. +1 to dex, speed, stealth, and searching. -1 strength, resist confusion. Oh. I might want to wear that, actually. I don't have any way to resist confusion right now. That might be worth it just to lose some strength. Be a negative light. Ah, crud. Well, I'm going to have to re-roll that file at some point whenever I can. Depends on how long ago they went extinct. Atashu, yeah, I saw that. Was that yesterday that the last one died, or was that today that the last white rhino died? The male one. I wouldn't be surprised if they try that too. I mean, presumably they can potentially clone that one right now, right? The problem you have then is, do you run into issues by having essentially a bunch of clones of the same animal? Like literally the same animal. Do you run into weird stuff? Wouldn't be surprised if so. I'm going to drop the Chaos Strike for now. That's kind of... I'm not sure if I want to be using that one. Jay, are you nominating me as the surrogate mother for the white rhino? Mr. Dino, I think in regards to the spider, it wasn't so much what did they literally eat, but what did they catch as prey. It's one thing to say that I eat a cow, but I don't go shooting the cows myself to eat them. I think that's kind of the distinction. And since I don't do either of those things, it's really just illustrative for a point. So what do we lose if we take off the elven cloak? We lose a stealth bonus and a searching bonus, but we get that back. Stealth is already absurd, so that's really not going to matter. I don't think that cloak has any other particular benefits to it, so away we go. We technically lose a little bit of armor class and then lose the strength, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. That feels like a fair trade. Nope, I didn't mean to drop that ring. Get that crappy ring back. I want to sell it. I'll take confusion resistance in place of 1 strength. That's a good trade. Besides, as soon as we hit stat gain, it won't matter. That was not even worth keeping that ring. Roaring Dragon Kitty! Yeah. She's pretty awesome. Well, she's like, dude, stop annoying me. I'm trying to sleep. Jay, you need Rhino Cam? Holy cow. I don't know if I can do that. Midnight Pearl, thank you very much for the warm wishes and feeling better. It was good to see you again. Hope to catch you on the next stream. That is kind of a funny thing to think about, Mr. Dino, right? A talking dinosaur. I'd be willing to bet you most people don't think of them in that term, or in those terms, but it's true. Good old dragon scale. Man, that takes me back. This character will never wear dragon scale, or unlikely to. Mr. Dino. This isn't really working because she wants to play with the loop on it. Ow! Alright, yeah, that's not going to work. I was trying to attach a horn. It's not going to work. And I bet the pole doesn't work either because for some reason straw pole doesn't work when done with the bot or something anyway. If I remember right. Which, that's a shame if so. Hold life and reflection. No, that would be handy. Wait a minute. Does the pole actually work this time around? Look at that. It does work. I wonder what happened, why it wasn't working last time around. All right, look at that. We got 2 votes for yes and 1 vote for yes. We'll see how that goes. I'll check in on that a little later if I remember. That's pretty amusing. I think we're good to go again. Although I wouldn't mind a few more potions of cure and all that sort of jazz. We need more potions of healing and that type of thing too. Sure. 18 of those. I don't know how I would even begin to accommodate Rhino Cam. I mean, I think there would be a better chance of, like, I don't know, Tiger Cam or something than Rhino Cam. Never mind White Rhino Cam. That just seems like that's not going to happen. But, you know, I'll put in a call and see what I can make happen, I guess. Loco, what is my favorite pie? Probably apple pie. Classic American apple pie. There was a tiger right there. There was your tiger cam. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's another tiger, okay? Tiger cam. Done. Fuming potion of enlightenment. Let's just quaff that guy. All right, there we go. Just like that, the whole map is done. What is yours, Loco? If mine is apple, what is yours? Deathstriker has returned as Deathstriker. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Mr. Dino, that's a pretty good pie right there, I will admit. That's a pretty good one. It would probably be my second favorite. Now, is that how you prefer yours? Is just tomato and cheese? Nothing else on it? Are you a traditionalist in that sense? Oh, look at that. It's a capture ball. Can I... Sure. If I do that... Oh, man. Oh, I was supposed to use it. That's right. All right, hold on. I want to try... Oh, crap. What are these? Colbrans? Pumpkin Man. I don't remember them being particularly nice to me. Let's go back to that one. Although... No. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Okay. Capture ball? Sure. Replace that one. Use... Oh, crap. Which one is it? Activate capture ball to the left. Ha-ha! I captured a pumpkin man. I don't know how to use it now. You are not your brother, you say, and yet you have your brother's name. You like pepperoni on yours, Mr. Dino? Good call. That was always my favorite. Although these days it's probably bell pepper and pineapple, or maybe just straight up cheese, you know? Who knows? Whatever. It's all good. Shady pumpkin pie, I am with you. You know what? Oh, man. You know what sounds good right now? Pumpkin pie. Loco, chocolate pie is your favorite? Loco, do you like... Do you prefer milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or white chocolate? And yes, we can all go ahead and just say right now, white chocolate is not actually chocolate. Pretend like it is. What's your favorite of those, Loco? I'll ask that of the rest of chat too. What's your favorite? Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or white chocolate, if you like any of them? I see 2 Deathstrikers. Now the question is, will they change back and still be the same thing? That I don't know. Jay, she does like being scratched on the nose. Yes. I would demonstrate, but she appears busy at the moment. That would have been a good poll, right? In fact, speaking of polls... We are up to 3 votes for yes and 1 vote for yes on the Rhino Cam poll. 3 votes for yes, 1 vote for yes. I see how it's going to go. Clearly, yes is going to win at this rate. Atasha, you have no preference between the three. No kidding. Is that so? You really have no preference between the three. Like, you don't like one of them more than another. There you go. There's a little nose scratch. She'll tolerate this for quite a while. There we go. She tolerated it until I spoke. Oh, what is going on? Captured a pumpkin man. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I have no idea what to do with it. Word of recall. Oh, white dragon scale. Holy crap, let's go grab that. If I'm officially at the depth for dragon scale, that is fantastic. Won't be able to use it, because it'll be too heavy. It'll disrupt stealth, but don't care. As a matter of fact, yeah. Removing that elven cloak drops stealth down to heroic levels instead of amber. It's all right. You feel nervous. You are friendly, so allow me to push right past you and grab that. Ooh, a Fenorian lamp. It's a plus 11 on the dragon scale, and just a straight up Fenorian lamp. I don't know what to do with those. It's not an artifact, so I don't think I can do anything with it, but I'm going to hold on to it for the moment. Regardless, because I want to. That dragon scale's probably the best thing on the level. Unlikely, but not impossible that there's something better. Orc just dropped a nice shield. Oh, there's Oath Rod again. I still don't know how to deal with Oath Rod. I need an anti-summoning chamber is what I need. But I'm not fast enough to do the damage against him. Let's see if I can do that. Can I set up an anti-summoning tunnel? Okay. Bring it on, Oath Rod. Only problem with this is I need some room to be able to maneuver. Because I need to be able to backstab him, or else I'll never be able to kill him. Yep. Summon away, buddy. Okay. I got a good plan here. Let's see if it works. And now I need to do swap position with that guy. Oh, look at you. You just dropped 3 CCWs. Holy cow. Louie, how's it going? You'll eat more dark because it's better for you, but you like your chocolate presented to you. You'll eat any chocolate presented to you. Well, Atashu, I can respect that. Mr. Dino, your personal favorite is white, but you rarely get to eat it. Pie with white chocolate and strawberry, Jay? So a strawberry pie with white chocolate? Chicken pot pie loco, there you go. It's a good call. I like that. Going a little outside of the standard realm on that one, I think. Whichever Death Striker is leaving, good to see you again. I'm confused by who you are, which one is you, and all that. So I'm just going to say, take care. It was good to see you again. Other Death Striker, this is basically Angband with a lot of modifications made to it. And if you don't know Angband, it's basically Rogue. If you don't know Rogue, just think of it as like Diablo with text instead of graphics. And it's basically Diablo, just different. I think that sums it up pretty well. Mr. Dino, you like white the best, but you do enjoy dark and milk chocolate. Okay. Nice. I like that. Checking in on the poll just to see if that has changed. Looks like it's still the same. If you just came in, there's a poll. You might need to scroll back to find it in chat. It's really weird. And without any explanation about it, it probably doesn't make much sense. Why don't you go ahead and move here, buddy? I want to get rid of him this time. Nope. Yeah, you can't summon when you're stuck in this little thing, can you? Oh, crap. Scared is inconvenient. Let's swap positions. Ooh, Glyph of Explosion. I haven't played with that one yet. That didn't work out well. Okay, then. Okay, I need to use that. That did not go well. Oh, I need to switch my... Oh, that's why this is going so poorly. Oh, I got distracted with the whole capture experience. Put that. Grab a weapon. My goodness. That's why this is going horribly awry. Actually, here, you know what? Let's switch out that one for the time being. I want a better weapon against this guy. He's right down there. He's not far away either. Go ahead and slam another potion of speed. Fly over a spiked pit because I'm an idiot and did not stop to deal with it. Yeah, you are toast. One more. You have slain Othrod, Lord of the Orcs. What do you want to raise? Holy crap. How much experience was that guy worth? Because I must have jumped a couple of levels killing him or something. Let's go with Dex. Yep. Ah, I have conquered Orc Cave. Apparently that was a quest specific to the cave, which I did not realize. Well, awesome then. It's not a bad ring that he just dropped either. Death Striker, so you stole the name. Got it. When I say stole, I mean appropriated. See you later, Death Striker. I'm not sure which one you were, but it was good to see you. German chocolate is good too. I'm with you there, Loco. I'm not a big fan of chocolate, but I do like German chocolate cake. That's one of those things I've always enjoyed. And I probably like the frosting more than I do anything else. And that's probably because I like coconut and all that jazz, but I don't know. What can I say? I'm a weirdo that way. Mr. Dino, this is the Stigma album, I think. Here, I want to do everyone a solid, because you should. There you go. That's Neurotech's YouTube channel. Most of his music is freely available on YouTube, at least, you know, as a gigantic video of all the music. Really awesome stuff. Been using it in my videos for quite some time now. In part because he allows that, which is nice and works out well for me. Well, a white crocodile. That sounds exciting. I need to use quick walk. I always forget that. Creeping mithril coins. Regular wolf. Oh, werewolf. Oh, are you a greater hell beast? If you are, I shall ignore you. Greater hell beast is not an actual mob. Oh, but that's creeping silver coins. It's kind of an obnoxious thing that's a holdover from ZAngband. Barbarian talismans everywhere. Jay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Mr. Dino, he's clearly not sure how to deal with me posting a link. That's hilarious and unexpected. Shady, you're a friend of Ganache, huh? It's funny, I was just talking about Ganache the other day. Never made a Ganache, but I wouldn't mind trying. Maybe one of these days we'll get around to it. I don't know what to do with this capture ball. So it has a pet in it. I don't know how to use it, and I kind of feel like I should... Here, let's wear it again. And then... So you should be a friendly pumpkin man now. Haha! It's a friendly pumpkin man pet. Which does a whole host of things. A bundle of sticks with a pumpkin for a head is grinning madly as it dances gracelessly toward you. Well, so... now I guess I have pet commands that I need to worry about. Can I... you probably need to recharge, don't you? Well, whatever. Pumpkin Man will either catch up or he won't. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, here, hold on. Let me... oh, crap. What are you? That would be a white. I don't know where you came from, buddy. Let me try this one more time. Okay, so I can capture him again back at will. Good to know. I figured that would be the case. Shady, I don't think you can ride a pumpkin man. I don't think it counts as a mount. I mean, I don't even know what the heck the command is. How do you even ride anything? I don't even know how to do that. I got no clue how to do that. I'll have to figure that one out. Because mounts are a thing in this game, in case you did not know. I'll have to figure that one out later, I guess. I think this might be the bottom of the cave, though. Which would make sense, because 1600 fighting Oathrod, Oathrod dying ends it. That would make sense. I guess that kind of begs the question then. You need one free hand to ride, huh? Oh, it's a pet command to ride it, is it? I didn't even notice that one. Ride a pet. All right, well, there you go. Yes, no, eat it, punch it. Oh, man, I didn't even check. Where's... Rhino Cam is at 3 votes and 1 vote still. All right. It's cool. Apparently, the consensus at the moment is to ride the Pumpkin Man. Oh, someone wants to eat the Pumpkin Man. Adius, hello. Welcome on in. She's a pretty awesome cat. Thank you. She is a real cat. Promise you that. There you go. She's like, ah. Is this level 40? I think this is dungeon level 40. If I'm not mistaken. $32. Okay, I am mistaken. I'm gonna make... You know, okay, let's do this. Let's go back up. And we'll find... Let's find a dungeon that... level 40, that's too much. Level 40, that's too much. Level 60, way too much. Giant's Hall, level 30. I want to find something that's like 25 or 30. The Frightening Entrance to the Labyrinth. That's a 20. That would be okay. Fabled Land of Camelot. That's 20. I think I want to avoid that one. If I remember, there's a really obnoxious monster in there. Lonely Mountain, 30. Witchwood, 25. Kind of thinking maybe I like the sound of the Labyrinth. That sounds fun. And that's pretty nearby. I should be able to get there without too much trouble. Adius, as my mods have, or as my mod, Mr. Dino, said, standard recording cat. This is indeed standard recording cat. Jay, I don't suppose when you do polls it shows you the, or like message you as an active list of polls, does it? It'd be really cool if it did. Shady, she's been around before. She's actually around right now. She's like right at her feet. Her feet, my feet, whatever. I can't think. Apparently it's getting late and my brain is falling apart. Here, let me see if I can try something. There you go. Quick cat change. The other one is upset with me right now. This is alternate recording cat. The only way to keep her here is to hold her because she wants to run. So I'm not going to hold her here for long. I just wanted to share. This is alternate recording cat. She does exist. She's often hanging out in here, but more frequently not. And the other one is trying to get me to move because she wants the chair. I think this one wants to be pet. Oh, you're good now, huh? You're going to sit? All right, she's going to sit while the other one... The other one is literally... Oh, there she goes. This one's sitting on the chair, the arm of the chair, and is trying to get me to move because she thinks she can take over the seat if I move. Which she will do because that's how she rolls. Yeah, this doesn't happen often that I'm able to get both of them on the stream at once. Alternate recording cat is usually not hanging out with me because this one is a lap hog. It's just how she rolls. I mean, look at that. See? Bring her back in and there you go. She's like, fine, I'm just going to sit in your lap. And that's the way she is. On that note, I'm glad I was able to share both cats with you. We have some new sponsor emojis. That's good stuff. And I need to get out of here and go, I don't know, take some vitamin C or drink some tea or something, I think. Time to go take care of my health to make sure I'm not walking plague bearer or something, because that would not be fun. Look at that. The music is kind of playing me out. Sort of. Kind of. ADS, I'm streaming usually on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. So that would be 2 hours in the past. And then translate that to whatever time zone you're in. And yes, Nightbot is there to help you out with Twitter. If you want to know when I'm doing stuff, I usually post it on Twitter, if I try. Which is most times. It's only a rare thing that I don't post it there just to give everyone a heads up. But I am going to get out of here. I apologize, everyone, for being a little semi-sickly and low energy tonight. I gave you what I have tonight, and I'm hoping that... Jay, yes, thank you. That is true. If you're European or Australian, then yeah, it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're Australian, it's going to be kind of like later in the morning, early afternoon. If you're European, it's probably going to be really early in the morning, like, I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., depending on when it is. Just depends on where you're at. But I'm going to get out of here, folks. So thank you very much for joining me again. Sorry it was not a hip-hop, exciting, rambunctious stream, but, you know, they can't all be like that. So thank you very much, folks. Have a good evening. I will do my best to take care and not be a plague bearer come Thursday. So thank you, ADS. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to get out of here. Have a good evening, or have a good rest of the morning, or have a good afternoon, depending on where you're at. See you later.